Hello YouTube, it's Mike here with Hobbies of a Man once again, and today we are doing our reading check-in for the month. And it's really not just a reading check-in. I want to switch it up a bit, change the way that this video kind of works, because this is the video that's supposed to be the middle of the month engagement directly with the audience and not just with what I'm reading, right? Because my channel is about reviews and stuff, but I also want it to be about engaging with the community and kind of developing a repertoire with people that watch my videos. Now, this is kind of hard if no one comments on my videos or no one cares about my opinion, but that isn't really like a problem. Like, it's whatever, I don't really mind. It's just part of the YouTube grind and part of the fact that I'm just not that interesting, or I haven't found a way to make people care about my content yet. So I'm trying to change that up with this type of video specifically. I'm trying to engage with the community in a way that is a little bit more kind of interesting. So I don't really want to repeat what I read here and then kind of say it again in my reading log at the end of the month. So I'm just gonna generally talk about what I've been reading, maybe mention a few specific things here and there. And then I want to talk about what I've been watching too, because baseball season is over now. So I actually have time to watch things beyond baseball. So I'll probably end up watching a lot more TV now here pretty soon. So I want to talk about what I've been watching that isn't necessarily manga and comic book related, but most of it is going to be because that's mostly what I watch. And yeah, so let's get into it. So in terms of my TBR, I don't think I've done that well of a job with it just yet. I mean, I've read, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 4 things on my list. I'm halfway done through JoJo Part 1 as well, so I have 5 things on my list that we can kind of mark off. But I've been reading a lot of alternative titles. I ended up buying a few manga this month that I just couldn't wait for. So let's talk about those right now. So the first manga I bought this month that I couldn't wait for was Eden Zero, Volume 12. Actually, I think I bought this right at the end of last month. I'm not exactly too sure, but I bought it and I immediately wanted to read it, and it was fucking awesome. Eden Zero is literally one of my favorite series that I've picked up since I started the YouTube channel. I already loved Fairy Tail, so I like Hiro Mashima from the get-go, right? But Eden Zero really is coming close to like being better than Fairy Tail for me. And this is really tough, actually. This is a very interesting situation because Eden Zero, sure, it has a better plot line and a better story, but it doesn't have the 9-10 years of nostalgia that Fairy Tail has, right? Because Fairy Tail, I have a lot of specific memories for. I remember being a shitty teenager and making fun of a friend of mine because she was reading Fairy Tail because Lucy was on the cover and she had like giant tits, and I thought it was funny. And then I also remember watching the series and falling in love with the series. And I remember watching the first 2 or 3 seasons that are on Netflix, 2, 3, I think 4 times over the course of my time in middle school and high school and university, of course. And it was like, I don't know, every time I watched it, every time I read a manga of it, the key elements of the early episodes really hit me harder and harder. You know, like every time it was like when Makarov starts talking about magic and why the guild is the guild, and when they get around to the Thunder Palace thing and the Battle of Fairy Tail, and they talk about how it doesn't matter that Loxus is a shitty person, that they still love him because he's part of Fairy Tail and that he's always going to be part of Fairy Tail. And when Makarov lifts his finger up in the sky to tell Loxus that it's okay, like, fuck, dude, that just like hits me. It makes me tear up. It's like every time I watch that, every time it hit me harder because it was like more and more relevant to me, right? I was getting older. I was getting out of high school. I was leaving my friends, and this kind of maybe not joyous, but like meaningful goodbye, and we'll come back together soon kind of vibe that moment has when Makarov lifts his finger up in the sky during the parade just like hits hard, man. And in the early times when Makarov talks about the guild and how it's a family, and how, you know, all of the kids that ended up there are all from different places and different backgrounds, but they all found family with each other, right? And like, Fairy Tail is just wonderful. It has so much nostalgia for me, and so much, like, I don't know, importance to it. And the fact that Eden Zero manages to get close to that just on my enjoyment of the series alone is like very, very interesting. And it probably has to do with the fact that Eden Zero calls back a lot to Fairy Tail and has a lot of the same character looks. They're not exactly the same character designs. I've made a video on this before, but you know, they're very reminiscent of each other because, one, they're made by the same mangaka, and because the mangaka is employing the star system type of thing. So they all look very similar. They provide this instant connection with the characters and then with the characters from Fairy Tail. And so it's making it easier for me to like really love them. But like, it's amazing, man. Like, Eden Zero is wonderful. And I didn't want to go on that tangent of Fairy Tail, but here we are. So yeah, the other two series that I picked up were Hitomi-chan is Shy with Strangers, Volume 1, and The Great Yahi Will Not Be Defeated. Now, I picked these up because I like slice of lives, and I like rom-coms in the case of Hitomi-chan. And this one was directly because I want another series like Komi. And this is another series like Komi, the main female character, Hitomi-chan, cute as fuck, and she has problems interacting with people. But this is quite different from Komi-chan, from Komi-san Can Communicate. This is a little bit different because like, people are scared of Hitomi because she has this very intense vibe about her, and she's super cute and very adorable, but the vibe is just kind of different. Komi is a lot more kind of cutesy adorable, whereas like Hitomi is a little bit more kind of like, oh, she's so dumb adorable, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, like, she's very interesting, and I really like this character, and I actually really liked the story. I thought it was very nice. It was like a wonderful, relaxing moment for me, but it doesn't really manage to capture that like nostalgia for high school in my mind just yet. So I don't know. It's probably gonna not do that, but I still really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to pick up more of it. Hitomi-chan is very, very good. I really like it. I also like the art style. It's very funny. And Hitomi is just weird, man. Like, she tries to smile and she looks like insane. I don't know. I think it's very, very funny. But yeah, I don't know. It's really wonderful. I liked it a lot. Now, this one I picked up. One, I like the cover design, and I really like how Yaki looks, both as a lolly and like as an adult. I think the character design is very, very adorable. But I picked it up because I thought it was similar to Demon Lord on the Floor, which is another one of those series that has that kind of same vibe to it, where it's like, she's like an evil person from another world, but here on Earth, she's just like a random loser. And I thought that was very fun. I really enjoy that archetype. So I picked it up, and this is good and enjoyable, and I definitely want to pick up more of it, but it's not as good and enjoyable as Demon Lord on the Floor. Now, the reason for that is that Yahi is a little bit more difficult to enjoy as an individual. She's kind of a little bit more abrasive, and she's kind of a lot more full of herself, but not in a funny way. Like, she actually is just full of herself. Whereas the character in Demon Lord on the Floor was a little bit more funny about it, because she was kind of like stupid, and she was a little bit more naive. And so the relationship aspects, the interactions with the characters in Demon Lord on the Floor were a lot more wholesome and a lot more meaningful to me than the ones in this book. However, I really like the character Yaki. I think she's very interesting and very funny, even though she's kind of very abrasive as well. So I don't know. I definitely liked it. I want to pick up more of it, and I definitely will, because I actually really like the quality of Square Enix's books. They do a really good job, and it's actually very, very good. So I'll definitely pick up more of this. Also, really liked the art style here. I think it's very good. I showed you guys some, but here's some more. I don't know. There you go. And yeah, other than that, I mean, I've just been chilling. I haven't really read too much because I've been busy with school. I had a lot of exams the last 2 weeks, and can't really read and I have to study, or also I do find time to read, but it's kind of hard because I've been reading textbooks all day. Then switching to reading novels for fun is a little bit difficult. It kind of it feels like a lot. So I tend to watch television when I'm taking a break from studying, which is a nice little segue here. I've been watching not too much television, but I have been watching a bit. So I was watching Loki. I finished Loki. It's actually quite good. I really did enjoy it. I think it was very nice. It was an interesting thing, and it was a big surprise at the end with Kong showing up, or Kang, Kang the Conqueror. Everyone says Kang, even though it probably should be Kong if it's supposed to be a reference to Genghis Khan, right? But I'm not too sure if that's true. So let me know down in the comments if he's supposed to be a reference to Genghis Khan or not. I would assume so. It kind of makes sense, even though his design is a lot more similar to Apocalypse, right? Or like Darkseid. One of the guys from DC. I don't know, but interesting stuff, I guess. And I liked the TV show. I thought it was good. I really liked the plot of it. I think it was very interesting. I was a little weirded out by the two Lokis liking each other. I thought that was really odd. But I mean, it kind of made sense, right? Like, if you're a narcissist, the only person that you can like is like yourself, right? So him finding a female version of himself would inevitably lead to him like liking himself, right? Which is kind of odd. It's kind of interesting. I don't know. It was weird at first, but it kind of fixed itself, and it kind of didn't feel super odd near the end. So that was pretty cool. I'm not really sure if there's going to be a second season of this show. It kind of finalized very nicely. I don't really see where the show can go, but I thought the first season was pretty good. And I think it's probably the second best Marvel TV show so far. I think the first one would be Scarlet Witch. It took a while to get good, but Scarlet Witch was actually quite nice by the end of it. So I don't know. I haven't really ranked them in my head just yet. Other than that, I've been watching What If as well, which is pretty cool. The What If situation is pretty interesting. I really liked Watu being a character that was important, and I really liked the chapters or the episodes where he became a character himself instead of the narrator. I thought that was pretty cool. Like the end where it was like the mini MCU built across all of the episodes turned into the big bad Thanos level threat that turned out to be Vision Ultron with the gauntlet. I thought it was really cool. But the quality of the stories varied a lot. Some of them were really good. Some of them were pretty mid-tier. Some of them, well, actually, none of them were horrible, which is good. But like a lot of them didn't really matter too much. I liked the Doctor Strange one. I thought him becoming this evil Mephisto-looking wizard was pretty interesting. I liked the first one with Peggy Carter being Captain America and the Hydra Stomper. I thought that was really cool. I liked it a lot. The old-timey Iron Man was pretty cool. And what else? I did not like the T'Challa Star-Lord one. I thought that was stupid. Like, why? And the way they kind of like emasculated Thanos in that one was kind of lame. I don't know. I thought it was really stupid. The Thor bro dude one where he's like a frat boy was pretty lame as well. But like, it had some moments that made me laugh. So I liked it well enough, right? Other than that, I can't really, none of them really pop in my head. Like, I don't know. I feel kind of conflicted that there wasn't a big Iron Man episode. Like, the Killmonger saves Tony Stark episode was kind of like the big Tony Stark episode, but it really wasn't. It was a Killmonger episode, right? So I liked it. I thought it was interesting, but it wasn't my favorite. I really liked the all of the references to anime in that one, though. I thought it was really cool. Killmonger was already a reference to anime to begin with. His armor in the movies looks like Vegeta from Dragon Ball, so that was pretty cool. But him talking about Gundam and liking anime and stuff was pretty fun. I liked them as well. I thought it was really cool. There was another one. The last two episodes were cool because I feel like a lot of the times that they were interdimensionally hopping, they ended up on planets to look like Star Wars planets, which I thought was pretty cool. But I mean, that's it. What If was pretty interesting. Now, I also went to watch the Venom movie a couple weeks ago. It was pretty cool. I really enjoyed it, actually. I thought it was very nice. The plotline was pretty middle of the road. Like, there wasn't really too much to it. But Carnage was really badass. He looked really awesome. He killed a shit ton of people, which was really interesting. And he looked different enough from Venom that it was, like, enjoyable to watch. And it didn't devolve into this, like, goo spectacle at the end. Because Venom and Carnage could have easily turned into this, like, shitty, like, Michael Bay-esque Transformers, like, machine, like, fuckery, right? But instead of machines, it would have been like this, like, weird symbiote goo. So I really like that it didn't turn out to be that. I thought the interesting thing with Cletus Cassidy and Shriek, I think was her name, was pretty cool. Like, he loves the thing that could kill Carnage. Very interesting. Very dynamic relationship there. And Venom and Eddie were very funny together. I really enjoyed that kind of, like, odd couple kind of thing. And I actually, I really enjoyed it to begin with, but it grew to appreciate it more as I watched reviews and kind of listened to other people that know a lot more about movies than I do talk about the interesting aspects of Venom. So I actually, like, I really enjoyed it to begin with, and then appreciated it even more after listening to YouTubers talk about it. Like John Campea, I really like his show. I used to watch him when he was on the AMC TV show thing podcast on YouTube. I recently found him again. I was watching some of his videos. I thought it was very interesting. The kind of aspects and kind of information that he brings to the table and his kind of, like, knowledge about movies was pretty cool. Kind of made me appreciate Venom even more, right? And yeah, that's all I've been watching, all I've been reading. I don't know, there really isn't anything else to talk about, right? There's no major updates for the channel. Everything is chugging along as it goes. I don't really have anything planned for November, so we'll probably just end up doing whatever. But yeah, I will probably upload a bunch of videos this weekend because I have a bunch of videos to unload in terms of, like, shooting stuff that doesn't have to do with the theme, but I don't want to not show off. I have, like, another review for Dark Ages issue 2. I've got some, what's it called? First impression reviews of Gal Gohan and Hitomi China Shy with Strangers and stuff like that. And more Kaiju number 8 because the schedule for that series is insane and I don't know when things happen, so I'm just flying by the seat of my pants with that one. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. It's a little bit different from what I usually talk about. I didn't even touch on comic books today because I didn't really read any that were, like, super appealing just yet. But I'll definitely maybe make a separate video for that, like kind of like a pull list kind of video. I don't know. I haven't really decided what to do. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know what you thought. And thank you guys very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. So see you guys later.